Hi everyone, I am Veronica, and today I am filming in the King William Historic District in San Antonio, Texas. You're going to see some really lovely houses behind me during this video. And during this video, we're also going to talk about how to get someone, anyone, to obsess over you and think about you nonstop, constantly, beg for you, want to be with you, confess their feelings to you, but most of all think about you nonstop so that they can prioritize you, contact you all the time, and give you everything that you are missing right now. So we're going to talk practical steps that you can take to get someone to obsess over you. Yes, you. Okay, but before we do that, if you are new to my channel and you would like to learn more about me or work with me, veronicaisles.com. I also have self-study courses that you can find at studywithveronica.com. If you are trying to manifest a specific person, I would especially recommend the Attract Constant Communications course, and you can find that there. Okay, so I want you to get this person in mind that you want to obsess over you and think about you nonstop. Okay, are you thinking about them right now? I want you to get an image of them in your mind. It could be anything. It could be just a feeling. If you can't actually picture them, that's okay. But I want you to just think about this person in a lovely way. And when this image comes to mind, I want you to feel all warm, yummy, delicious, and perfect. If this person has rejected you, let you down, told you no, if they've ghosted you, blocked you, shut you off right now, we're not going to imagine any of that right now in this moment or how any of that gets resolved. No. We're just going to imagine that warm, yummy, delicious, perfect feeling of wow, perfection. This person feels so wonderful, amazing, and ooh. So I want you to settle upon that for a moment. Okay, next step. And you can see the house behind me has changed. Another lovely, beautiful, amazing place in the King William Historic District. Okay, so I know you're anxious to hear step number 2. Step number 1 involved simply just feeling this person right now as perfect, wonderful, amazing, lovely. Now, we are going to turn it all on to you, and you are going to say, I can be perfect, amazing, lovely, delicious, perfection to them. So whatever it is you felt that made you feel warm and delicious about them, I want you to recognize that you can also provide these types of feelings to this person. This is going to be one of the first steps that you take in getting them to obsess over you. Because if we just imagine them in this way, then we're just obsessing about them and we're not actually receiving the obsession that you want. You want that person to love you in the same way, right? Think about you nonstop, right? Okay, so we're going to acknowledge that they can feel that way about you. Now also in this step, I want you to make a promise to yourself that you are going to stop chasing them. Yes, you're going to stop chasing them. You're going to stop contacting them, trying to get their attention. And in doing this, you are going to welcome in them to chase you, them to pursue you, them to actually feel all of those things that we just recognized you are capable of being. You know, all of the warm, delicious feelings that you feel about them, they are capable of feeling for you. The reason why it is so important to stop contacting them in terms of pursuing a love relationship. And this is important because you might say to me, well, logistically, we have kids together, I have to contact them. Okay, that's okay. Just don't contact them romantically. Contact them about whatever the necessity is that you have to contact them. That's okay. But we're going to stop contacting them to try to pursue a romantic relationship. Make this promise to me now. This is how you're going to get them to obsess over you and think about you nonstop. I promise you, this works. I know, because I've done it. I know because I've helped other people do it. Yes, I'm shaking my head. Yes, because it works. Okay, so the next step is so important. You have thus far thought about them in a wonderful way. You have decided that they can think that way about you. You have also made the agreement. You have vowed to stop contacting them. What else is there? Well, it's time to get into the receiving mode. The receiving mode is something you decide on. It is a choice you make. It is something you commit to. You commit to this 1,000%. Because this is something you want, right? You're serious about having someone obsess over you and think about you nonstop. You actually want this. You want to see this through, right? Right? So it's time to remain loyal, remain faithful to this. And it's not necessarily a do or die attitude, but it's that I'm going to give this my all. I'm going to give this my loyal and faithful focus. So when they enter my mind, I am only going to have delicious, beautiful thoughts. If there are hurts that need to be fixed, I'm going to comfort myself and say that, you know what, there's a way to do this. I'm not going to boggle my mind with analysis, with odds, with talking to my friends about what I think they're doing, when they'll pursue me, when they'll contact me. Have they forgotten me? No. When they enter your mind, delicious, beautiful, warm, lovely, love. And then we just leave it at that. We remain faithful and loyal to that simplicity. And this is the receiving mode. It may almost sound like the receiving mode is something that happens when you actually receive, but it's not. It's an energetic state that you commit yourself to, that you put yourself in. So you have decided to be in the receiving mode, even if you're not actually receiving yet. You're there anyway. And when you think of this person, again, you don't analyze, you don't complain, you don't figure out your odds. I mean, I'm going to tell you a secret. The odds are already in your favor. You can manifest anything. You can manifest this. You can manifest a person. There are people in your world all the time. It's no different. Now, you're probably asking me right now, why does this work? How do I know that this works? Well, I developed these strategies, these techniques out of my own personal experience. I never had anyone begin to obsess over me or want me or prioritize me until I started implementing these exact techniques. This comes from total personal experience, trial and error on my part. Luckily, you only get the things that worked. So the advice that I give is the stuff that actually worked for me. The stuff that didn't work for me, well, that got tossed out the window. But you get to benefit from my own experience. And I know it works because I know what it feels like to have someone ignore you. And I know how awful that is. And I know at the time when I had someone ignoring me, I was making some classic mistakes. And I wasn't implementing the guides in this video, the tools, the techniques that I just listed for you. They may seem basic. They may seem obvious, but trust me, you're not actually doing them if you are not getting the results you want. Now, I want to say some of the things that you should watch out for to definitely avoid doing. Do not look at them all the time on social media. Don't do it. It's not going to work. It's going to keep you in a state of lack. Everything I told you thus far is about being in abundance. If you look at them on social media all the time, you are in lack. That does not signify you are with them. That signifies you are without them. Another thing that you can do to signify you are with this person is when they come to mind, you don't try to figure out how it comes together, and you don't give the current set of obstacles as evidence as to why it can't happen. You just settle upon those simple, yummy, delicious ideas that I gave you at the very beginning. And then you also recognize within that moment that you can be this to them as well. You have to do both parts. If you just keep recognizing how wonderful this person is, then you never recognize how wonderful you are, and you never validate yourself in the equation. And you put them on a pedestal, and they will never obsess over you, beg to see you, think about you nonstop. It won't work. What will work is by equally recognizing yourself and avoiding things that spell lack. Such as, well, looking at them on social media all the time. I know, look at that. We're back to the original house. It's bookends to conclude this video. So I have one question for you. Are you going to be the success story? Are you going to do it? Are you going to actually do this? Dive wholeheartedly in? Are you actually going to see this through? Or do you want to continue to be the one who is complaining, who is sad, who is feeling hopeless? What do you want to do? The future is within your control. You're choosing, you're deciding. It may feel like this other person has all of the power. They're just a person who is within your world, who is reflecting back the things that you believe are possible. Yes, they are their own person with their own feelings, their decisions, their things that they like and don't like. But trust me, we change our likes and dislikes all the time. It is possible for this person to like you, to love you, to obsess over you. Are you doing the things I talked about? Are you going to do the things I talked about? Because trust me, it will work. And when it does work for you, please shout it to the moon. Talk about it in the comments section of this video. Inspire others so that they know that they can do it too. We all love inspiration. We all love encouragement. We all love support. We can all help one another. But again, are you ready? You may not be ready for change. You may just need to evolve a little bit more before you can realize that you can actually be the winner. But I hope that this is your moment of breakthrough where you're like, you know what? I can do this. Because you're no different than me. You're no different than anyone else who has done the same thing. This person, whoever they are, absolutely has the potential to obsess over you right now. Try it. What do you have to lose? If you need some one-on-one help, I have something called the Specific Person Workshop Package. We will work together Monday through Friday. Yes, you and me, we will do it. Find that out at my website, veronicaisles.com. And if you need some affirmations support, download my affirmations app, available for iPhone and Android. Follow me on Instagram too and subscribe. Have a good day.